A 93-year-old man has been charged with 300,000 counts of accessory to murder for serving as a guard at the Nazi concentration camp Auschwitz. Oskar Groening has openly talked about the 2.5 years that he spent as a guard at the Nazi death camp, but he says while he witnessed atrocities, he didn't commit any himself. But now Hanover prosecutors say he was indeed involved, noting that he helped to collect money stolen from murdered inmates to then enrich the Nazi party. He helped the Nazi regime benefit economically and supported the systematic killing, state prosecutors in the city of Hanover. Groening's attorney has declined to comment on the charges thus far. In 2005, Groening told Der Spiegel magazine about an incident where he was on ramp duty when he heard a baby crying and he saw an SS soldier grab the baby and slam it against a wall until the baby died. Now prosecutors say he was an accessory and directly assisted in these heinous killings. So people, as usual, we're getting emails from people saying, you know, this guy's just too old. This is ridiculous. This was a long time ago. He's at very advanced age. My position on this is very, very clear, and I feel strongly about it. We have a system of laws. If there is sufficient evidence to bring charges, if a statute of limitations does not preclude prosecution, then you prosecute, and you then later, if there is a guilty verdict, you can take the advanced age into consideration for sentencing. But if we are to follow the system of laws that we have, if an alleged crime is not beyond the statute of limitations, you don't opt not to prosecute because of the unless the accused is simply unfit to stand trial. You don't opt not to prosecute simply because they're old.
I would agree. I would say yes, prosecute the guy. At least we can label him for what he is. And like you said, if you want to have his age be a factor in the sentencing, then okay, that's something you can consider. But I still think it's important to do this. It's important to send this message.
It's important for it to be clear that just because you avoided prosecution for a long time, that doesn't mean that you're any less guilty or any less open to prosecution. And number two, you're probably lucky that you've lived this long without being prosecuted, right? In other words, you could argue that actually there's more of a reason to prosecute these individuals, which is that they've lived for so long with freedom that they may not have deserved. So I think it's absolutely the correct move to bring forth this prosecution. And then our system of laws or the system of laws in another country when it comes to some of these foreign cases will decide whether there is a guilty individual there.